Did you know that aluminum is the most widely distributed metal on the planet? In fact, aluminum is in a lot of day-to-day products such as drinking water, cookware, foil, baking soda, cake mixes, non-dairy creamers, vanilla powders, aspirin, flour and even your deodorant. Food additives such as E173, E520, E521, E523, E541, E545, E554, E555, E556 and E559 contain aluminum compounds. One would think that if so many products contain aluminum, it should be fine for our health. After all, the FDA is looking out for us. Unfortunately, this is not the case. Unlike iron and other vitamins and minerals, our body does not need aluminum. Thus, it is not able to process it correctly. So what happens to it? It gets stored in our body and accumulates with time in our kidneys, brain, lungs, liver and thyroid, which potentially does detrimental damage to our health. Reasons to eliminate aluminum from your life. Aluminum damages your central nervous system. Aluminum exposure in children has been linked to autism. Children may be exposed to high levels of aluminum from drinking water. Brain and bone disease have been seen in children with kidney disease. Bone disease has also been observed in children taking some medicines containing aluminum. In adults, aluminum exposure can lead to age-related neurological deficits resembling Alzheimer's and the Quamanian variant, ALS-PDC. Source: aluminum can damage your brain. Research has demonstrated that aluminum can produce toxic, oxidative stress in the brain. Your brain can store a lot of aluminum, which can result in chronic fatigue syndromes, epilepsy, ADD, Alzheimer's, Guillain-Barré syndrome, a common post-vaccination injury, and other neurological disorders. Aluminum robs the body of magnesium, calcium and iron. Trace aluminum levels cross the blood-brain barrier and progressively accumulate in large pyramidal neurons of the hippocampus, cortex, and other brain regions vulnerable in Alzheimer's disease. More aluminum enters the brain than leaves, resulting in a net increase in intraneuronal aluminum with advancing age. Aluminum is responsible for two main types of toxic damage in cells. As a pro-oxidant, aluminum causes oxidative damage both on its own and in synergy with iron. Aluminum also competes with, and substitutes for, essential metals, primarily Mg2+, iron and Ca2+ ions in or on proteins and their cofactors. Source: aluminum accumulates in bone tissue, which results in weakened bones. Source: it is also believed to be a cause of osteoporosis. Aluminum causes oxidative stress on cells throughout the body, causing damage to DNA and aging. Source: reduce your aluminum exposure. Even though aluminum is a heavy metal like lead, it can be toxic in excessive amounts. Aluminum is one of the most abundant metals on Earth and it is really hard to completely avoid it. However, you can take certain steps to avoid it, such as using aluminum-free cookware, avoid hygiene products with aluminum hydroxide, avoid processed foods, etc. Foods that remove heavy metals naturally: onions, blue-green algae, garlic, cilantro, burdock, bentonite, high-grade, carrot juice and green tea. Chlorella is also an excellent food that helps remove metals. It helps the body to rebuild nerve tissues,